What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to talk about a couple things, and really we're going to start talking about budget lists. Part of the problem with budget lists in Arena is that there's no true budget. It's not like in paper where we can say under $100, under $50, whatever it is you set your threshold at, and then rares, mythics, whatever don't matter because you just buy based on price. The problem is in Arena we all have different amounts of rares and things, and there's no set real budget, right? And you ask some people, and I posted a thing on Twitter about 2 months ago, and we had people say like, oh, well, no, 0 rares and mythics, and some said like up to 5, and some said 2 play sets, and some said up to 10. So everybody has a different definition for what that is. Plus there's other future problems with like, at what point do you upgrade, or what cards do you upgrade to, and then what if those suggestions are bad because of metagame change? So lots of different things going on there. But I decided I'll put up some just because, and if people want the list, they're here. Now, the one thing I will say going into this is please understand that outside of the few big budget decks, which we say are like versions of mono red, mono white, Lurrus black decks, mill or rogues, probably cycling, and maybe shrines if you're willing to forego the rare lands, those are kind of like the ones people accept that are going to be good. Otherwise, you're going to have to play some reasonable number of a few rares just to be truly competitive. And honestly, most of your budget decks outside of that exclusive list are going to be okay in open play, but they're going to be pretty mediocre on the ladder. So before we go any further, please, if you haven't, consider hitting the like button on this video. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because it helps me grow my audience and helps you get notified every time we have a video up, especially if you like this one, because we'll have another video up soon with another budget list. Also, leave a comment down below on a budget list that you may be playing or that you would like to see or considering or know if there's one or not, just to kind of see what the conversation and kind of the feel of the room is on how people feel about budget lists. Because I don't really know, and this is one way we can find out. But for now, let's go take a look at the Selesnya Counters budget list. Alright, now this is one of the ways that budget really hurts this deck, right? Because one of the best things this deck can have is an early turn 1 creature. Unfortunately, the best turn 1 creature we can play in this list happens to be Swarm Shambler, which is a rare. So that kind of takes it out of the running, because I'm trying to limit this list to a total of under 10 rares. And I think I got to 7 on this one, and it felt okay. So, again, this isn't something I would say we're going to be battling and punching through and ranking high on the ladder with, but if you just want something fun to play in the open play, that's going to do what it's supposed to, or you're willing to be a 30-40% deck on ladder, then go for it. But anyway, let's run down this list. We've got 4 Battlefield Raptor. Really good card in this list. Being first striking and being able to get larger is a really good bonus. We've got 4 Blizzard Brawl as our removal because it's an uncommon and we can just play Snowlands to accommodate it. We have Snakeskin Veil, Fearless Fledgling, Luminarch Aspirant. This is one of the cards we are running as a 4 of rare, and truthfully I don't mind because this is a card that shows up in a lot of lists. If you're playing pretty much anything aggro at all with white, this card almost always comes into consideration unless it's maybe themed like Warriors or something like that. Maybe Knights doesn't necessarily want to play this, but generally speaking, if you're playing aggressive decks with white, this is a card you're going to play in the future. Then we have Conclave Mentor, obviously, because it's the best card for this deck. Boreal Outrider, which is one that's from Kaldheim, where if you play a creature after this is out, as long as at least one of the mana used was a snow land, the creature comes in and play with the +1/+1 counter. I didn't have this for most of the video, but I added this later. We were playing Invigorating Surge here. And then we have 4 Fall of the Imposters. Not bad. It puts a counter on each turn. It gives you a way to remove your opponent's creature. It's okay. I mean, I think that's why we view that, but it's necessary in what we're doing. Then we're playing Bosri's Lieutenant for 3. This is where the other rare slots are taken up. Wildwood Scourge. This just lets us get extra counters. We'll see how this card plays out or how it lives, but it doesn't really sit on the table all that often most of the time. And then we're down to 9 snow-covered plains, 9 snow-covered forests, and 4 Arctic tree line. You know, I would say this. Even seeing the list, I would hold tight and wait till the end of the video so you can get my wrap up and see what changes we want to make after we'd gone through and played all these. This is better. Not great. I would like some small creature here early just to have something to do with my mana. Oh, that's not going to happen. I guess we at least got the tap land as a replacement on turn 1, so that's fair. Alright, opponent just played blue lands. I'm not sure what that means for us. They don't have a counter, though. They don't have a bounce spell. Hopefully they don't play something for red and kill our Conclave Mentor. Dang it! Oh, it's a Giants deck. Alright. I thought we were going to lose a creature there. Well, what do we do here, then? I guess we fight that. This is sad. We're going to fight it, and it's going to give them a card. That sucks. I mean, there's nothing we can really do. Unless we just wanted it to be in the way. I guess that's not true. I could have attacked with the Snakeskin Veil. And then that would have turned this into a 4/4, which would have been kind of cool. I guess we'll actually get to use this against them too, because Giants have big power, so we get to kill with some stuff. Alright, well, that's actually doubly good. Unless they have a counter, because that means they lose the Bone Crusher Giant too. So that's pretty slick. Alright, so we get a 6/6 we get to attack with. Alright, we at least have a big thing. If they have the giant thing that's a sweeper, okay. We beat a Giants deck, I guess. Yeah, we'll absolutely keep this. We'll just start with the tree line, play a Luminarch Aspirant, hope to draw an untapped land by then, and just play a Fall of the Imposter, but we'll see. Probably has a limited lifespan. Thanks for the like there, John Walker. Alright. Let's see. Is there Blood Chief's Thirst to kill our Aspirant? That's what we're really concerned about here. There is not. Okay, I was hoping for an untapped land on this turn. Would have been sweet, but we didn't get it. So we're just going to make a 3/3 Aspirant and attack. Good news is, against black decks, having a Snakeskin Veil is actually pretty good. They have a lot of spot removal. Nighthawk Scavenger, that is okay, actually, because we have the Blizzard Brawl. So that's reasonable. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to split my counters. With my luck, though, I'd almost put money on the fact the opponent's playing, like, Extinction Event, because that's usually what happens when I do stuff like this. I'm putting the counters on my other Aspirant, just in case one of these dies here to something. I know I could have hit harder there, but I figured I'd just play the odds. Alright, opponent, what are you going to do here? Trying to figure the narrative out here. Let's go with this. If you have a counter, you'll just counter that, but then you're going to be taking 8. Alright. If they have Heartless Axe, this is great. Because those don't kill anything. If they're going to flash in rogues, those don't kill anything. Yeah, yo, I know this is budget, but I might make one of our, like, 7 cards. Because right now we have 5 rares. I might go to a 4th Aspirant and a 3rd Bosri's Lieutenant. Alright, Slither Wisp. Y'all ain't gonna do much of anything here. Sure, you can be bigger. Brawl? I mean, why not? mean, not sure what we're going to do otherwise unless we're going to try to Brazen Borrower to Petty Theft or Aspirant, but we have a Snakeskin Veil. Alright, so you just want to counter that? Sure. And then we'll just attack. I mean, because they have to split their blocks, so I'm not going to lose a creature here. Yeah, if you do that, you're just dead, opponent. I don't think you realize that. Yep. What are you targeting? That one? Sure. Now they have to spend extra mana. We'd just be fine anyway. Yep. Time to attack. Opponent has nothing to lose. Literally. Alright. We're getting with the big attack. Thieves Guild Enforcer with 4 cards in graveyard. Alright, sure. I mean, maybe you have 2 Thieves Guild Enforcers. Have a second one? You would get to kill both of our things. You have a Brazen Bar. That was a good try, though. Yep. Alright, this hand's... if we can somehow magically have this Mentor live, but I can't see a world where that's true, especially with us not having a second green. If we had a second green mana, I would wait till next turn and try to defend it, but I just assume it's going to die here unless they have another tap land. Yep. Oh, it didn't die! What? Man, that's crazy. Okay. How did that happen? I feel like we cheated. How's that not dead? Oh, I guess they're going to try now? Nope. Well, that's cool. Okay. I was going to, like, aggressively use one of these, Snakeskin Veils, but that's just a bad idea. Man, we didn't get any other small creature or anything for counters. It would have been great here, but we are just stuck. Alright, resolve. What do we got now, opponent? Come on. What you got? I mean, maybe they're aware of Snakeskin Veil. Oh, we're just both gonna have to sacrifice a creature? That's so sad. Okay. Well, is what it is. I guess... Man, this is actually a tough choice, because they're playing black-red, so I kind of want a Snakeskin Veil, but I also now just kind of want an untapped land. Oh, Deck, you almost got it right. Good news is now, if they make us disc or sacrifice a creature, we at least get a token for our troubles. They can't quite get Kroxa yet, but if they play like a Shock or something and then that, they can. No, because you still need 5 other cards, so next turn for sure. Magmatic Channeler, alright. Sure. I guess something, they just play the Channeler so they have something to sacrifice. Sure. Don't kill my Bozzeries, Lieutenant. Gosh dang it. Alright, well now we're dead. Unfortunately, this Arctic Tree Line coming into play tap kind of got us. I think we're just in trouble now. Yeah, we're not going to come back from that, unfortunately. Alright, that one's a loss. I think here the plan is going to be play the Fledgling. Then on turn 3, play the Mentor, then play a land so the Fledgling gets 2 counters, maybe? And see after that. And obviously it'll come down to what our first couple of draws are, but we'll see. I'd really like this draw and the next draw to be a Snakeskin Veil. That would really help us out a lot, I think. Against Giants, okay. Surprised to see Giants in the Diamond queue. Unless our opener is super good. Oh yeah. We were not doing well against the Yorion deck. I was okay skipping that one. Man, come on, Snakeskin Veil. That's what we're looking for. Because at least with Snakeskin Veil, we could play this, put the counter on that, play the land. You know, like, we'd still have some options. It's a little tough here now, though. Because now, let's say when the next Giant's going to be 2 less, yeah, we're going to have to really get a move on to make some things happen here. So that's pretty awesome. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper or something here for us. Or mono red, like the ones we already know. There's not much beyond that, sadly, right now. Ooh, what do we do with this? This is interesting, because we could play Bosri's Lieutenant, and then that would turn that into a 4? Is that enough, though, is the question. Or do I need to save this in case they play their sweeper? Deal 4 to all non-giants? I feel like that's just playing scared, though, if we do that. And it may well be. But then we at least get a bunch... I say a bunch. I mean, we'd get 2 2/2s. Oh, no, we'd actually keep this. We'd have a 5/5 and a 2/2. I mean, alright. We could do this. I mean, if it dies, it dies. Like, I mean, what else are we gonna do? Dun, dun, dun. My problem with cycling is that it's a fine deck. Like, if you just need a budget deck just to play, sure. But it's not an interactive deck. You're not doing anything, right? You just are worried about your cards and pretty much ignoring your opponent, hoping they either don't have something to remove your yard or a sweeper, right? That's kind of it. Or the early spot removal for your fox, right? You don't do anything. You just play your cards and tap your mana every turn, and then that's it. And that's kind of my downside to it. That's why I think the only cycling deck I've put up was one recently that had... It was like almost like a combo-y type thing that happened to you cycling. And that was it. Oh, well, I'm dead. I'm just gonna die here. I mean, I got a block. Land. Oh, no, we have a land. So we can go land, make the fledgling fly, and then we just hit him with the giant growth, or the mammoth growth. Alright. Boom. Big old mammoth growth. Dead. It's just that the way Arena's designed, if you want to, if you find a deck you want to play, within like 3 weeks of doing daily stuff, spending an average of an hour a day for the week, like, you can probably still get to where you can build at least a reasonable version of the deck you want to play. So there's no reason to just arbitrarily hamstring yourself. Like, I mean, you can. You're just not going to enjoy the game as much. I mean, that's it. Can you do it? Yes. Is it worth doing? Probably not. I'm just going to pass here. Opponent can just Bone Crusher us. That's fine. Mostly because, like, whatever we put out there, we're just going to die. I'd rather at least try to defend it with Snakeskin Veil, since I don't have a turn 3 play anyway. Exactly. See, if I had something I wanted to play that turn, on coming up on the next turn, I would at least considered it. But right now, it's just like, that's going to be my best play, is just defending my Aspirant. So that's the way we're going to go. Leaving a green mana up so we can Snakeskin Veil. And then we're just going to pass. Well, yeah, that's exactly it. A lot of people copy decks off my YouTube channel without having a full set of rares and stuff. Like, it's totally doable. This has to remove stuff from graveyards, right? Exile up to 1 from a graveyard. Sacrifice an... Oh, you can sacrifice another creature to give it indestructible. Alright. Gosh dang it. Man, the opponent has just the wrong cards for this to be a productive turn for me. Ugh. Yeah, this is just the wrong cards, because I can attack as a 3/3. I guess we do this. I'll play a land just to turn that into a 2/2. Make this a 3/3. I'll attack and see if maybe they'll sacrifice. Well, that doesn't even do anything, though. Yeah, it literally does nothing unless we just wanted to tap down their creature. Yeah, we just have to pass. There's really nothing productive to do there, sadly. Well, yeah, but that's the whole point, right? Like, you can copy some of these. I mean, I gotta keep every creature I can right now. You can copy my list even with missing a couple of rares or mythics and still play them, right? But you're not playing 0 rares and mythics. That's the thing. I think that's where the big difference comes. Alright, so that's a 4/4. I'm gonna go to 10. They have 2 black mana up. If they just have Heartless Axe, they can't kill anything here, so that's good news. If Timurant calls the dead, that's possibly bad news. Yep, they found an enchantment they can get rid of. Okay, what do we do here? Alright, we're gonna pump an Aspirant. We're gonna pump a Fearless Fledgling. We're gonna fight Bolt Crusher Giant. I know I gotta take 2. And this is already gonna be 5 if they want it to be. Possibly 6, because they can sacrifice that. So if they find 2 damage, we die next turn. I guess that's a mistake. If I was just going to do that, I should just put the counter on the Boswi's Lieutenant. So if they found a removal, I would still have a 2/2 blocker for the token. I might have just got myself killed this turn, actually. Oh, interesting. The opponent didn't sacrifice that creature. Alright. That's cool, I guess. Alright, they're giving up the token. I guess it just gives it indestructible. It only gets the counter when it taps. Okay, that's fair. Alright, well, they have a giant in the graveyard, so we're possibly dead anyway, because that's 2 during our upkeep. I gotta discard this, sadly, so I can't die to random things. Think about the Urlban announcement? It's whatever. I mean, people are acting like it's news, but, like, we knew it was coming. It just took longer to get here. Like, I'm not even remotely bothered by it. I don't, like... seriously, I don't... And it sounds bad. It sounds arrogant, truthfully. But, like, I don't even know what we're talking about. Like, do we all agree that it's a problem card? Yes. Do we all think it should have been banned? Yes. Okay, it's getting banned. Why is it news now? You know what I mean? Like, that's sort of how I feel about it. Like, why is it even a thing? Man, sadly... I don't like it, but those silly Arctic whatevers probably have to just be part of the mana base. Tried to dance around them, but I just don't think we can. Ah, jeez. I'm gonna cut that. I will tell you, I spent a lot of time learning a lot of things to be better at YouTube very quickly. Man, this sucks. They're totally leaving mana open, and they're gonna get to kill our Conclave Mentor. Alright, what if we play this for 1? See if I can just bait out a counter from the opponent, or a kill card here, sorry. Alright. So, they both get juiced up. You just kill my Scourge. No, they're just gonna Frostbite that. Okay. Put 2 tree lines in? Maybe? Maybe. I'm just going that and Selfless Savior. Alright. Whoa, no. Okay, I guess the good news is next turn we can finally blow up one of these Bredeguard things and see how that works out. Put the counter on the Mentor. Grow the Mentor to 4. Grow this to 4 as well, I guess. Oh no, just be a 3. Yeah, see, that's the thing too. Like, I'd love to play with Faceless Haven in this list. Like, not getting to have that is pretty critical too. Nope, temples aren't budget. If you talk to people, temples are not budget. Now we get to put counters on each of up to 2 target creatures. Alright. And I guess we'll just attack with the Wildwood Scourge, since the opponent could just give up a Faceless Haven and get rid of our Conclave Mentor. Oh, they get Vigilance and Lifelink for the turn. I didn't realize they got Lifelink. That's pretty cool. I missed that part. Alright, well that's a good little bonus to have there. But yeah, Casey, that's the weird part, and I've been talking about throughout the stream. It's just everybody has a different definition for budget. So I just went with like 7 rares. That feels reasonable. You know, like if somebody doesn't want to play a thing with 7 rares, I don't know what to tell them, you know? Okay, this is cute. We could Blizzard Brawl here. I mean, they'll obviously save it with the Savior. At least I would think they would. Oh, well. Okay, maybe they won't. I'm not sure what that was about, but okay. Why would you just do that? Creatures you control get +2, like... That is the weirdest play possible. You could have just sacked the dog. I mean, okay. I mean... Not sure what that was about. I'm so confused. I mean, Warhorn Blast, if we had enough early creatures, like, that is a thing to play in here. Though there's enough spot removal that we haven't yet had more than, like, 3 creatures out. So it's probably not the card we're looking to play. Okay, so that kind of worked as we expected. Like, nothing too surprising there. I think, though, with it all being said and done, I think if I had my way, I would remove 2 Fall of the Imposter, and I would actually just remove the 2 Wildwood Scourge. And I know people who like token stacks love the Wildwood Scourge, And in theory, the card is very good if it lives for 2 or 3 turns. The thing is, we seem to be in a world with so many different spot removal cards. Everything from Heartless Act, which can remove your counters. You've got Eliminate that some people are playing. You have Shocks and Frostbites and Bone Crusher Giants that are all taking it out the turn you play it. So unless you play it later when it's bigger, it doesn't really get to do what you want it to do. My suggestion would be removing the Wildwood Scourge, removing the Fall of the Imposter, and then just adding in maybe 2, maybe 3. I guess we could do that. We could do 3 of the, what is it called? Blessing of Frost, I think is the card. The 4 mana, add counters up to however many creatures. You get 4 counters, and then for each creature bigger than that, or 4, you get to draw cards. That's probably where I would be on this list. And it's an uncommon, so it doesn't really break the budget, so to speak. As for today's card spotlight, simple one. We're just going to talk about Black Vice, because as crazy as this card is and as obvious as it seems, in the very beginning time, back in the before times when we played it, people were playing 0 of these, and then when people figured out, they were playing 4 of these. Like, it literally went from nobody cares about this card to this card's insane to eventually having to be restricted or banned in a very small window of time. That's just how Magic worked in the beginning. We didn't know what was good. We figured it out and we went hog wild. Those were some days. Anyway, as usual, if you'd like this deck list, it's going to be down in the description below. Also, remember, if you're shopping with TCGPlayer or Amazon, if you follow one of the links in the description, even if you don't buy the item that's linked, as long as you buy something within 24 hours, I get a small kickback there, so you help me out without spending any extra money. And if you want to come watch me on my Facebook streams or my Twitch streams or any of that stuff, descriptions are in... No, that's not right. Links are down in the description. Man, it has been a long day of making content today, but I hope y'all enjoy it. Either way, remember to like this video if you haven't yet. Remember to hit that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell so you get notified the next time I have a video up. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.